right? But this is what I noticed. Like my phone dies. Y'all know what I'm about to say. And them sirens right when I start, right? My phone dies a lot of times when I be on my live, when I be talking about whatever I'm talking about. But the irony, when I'm talking about something specific and I go deep in detail about genetics or something as far as like really driving my point home and my phone dies, I swear to God, those would be the times when I start my phone, right? And I turn my phone back on because I'm homeless and my phone is always about to die and shit, right? Those would be the ones. It won't be like, it won't say resume live video. But if it's not that bad, it'll be like resume live video. You feel me? And I'll be able to resume it. But that's lets me know I'm about to just chill for a little bit and just gather my thoughts because I'm not even gonna lie, I'm having a mental health attack. Not even gonna lie with y'all, because the irritation of that shit, it's just how much these motherfuckers really be trying to stop me. You feel me? And it'd be like a whole bunch of other shit that I don't want to even tell y'all that these people be doing in my phone. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's not like, I know radiation is messing with technology. It is. You feel me? But these motherfuckers is going in my phone because they was even going in my other phone before I left it in the Uber. But it'd be like wild ass shit. But I gotta break it down to y'all from a standpoint like, and I really need all my focus with the damage that I'm dealing with off of just being in the situation to really break it down to y'all, down to a T, and explain to y'all what these people are doing in my phone. Like lower my new stuff, or even when I look at certain videos, other people even saying stuff similar, or when I'm on a certain person's live that's speaking on the same type of stuff I'm speaking on. You know, when I'm in a live chat, like it's certain stuff that these people do specifically in my phone to like stop me from connecting with people that's on the same vibration, to stop me from looking at certain stuff. Like they do all types of shit to like try to like lower my, it's all in the same field of trying to lower my vibration, y'all. Even in the form of what I'm talking about right now, how it's like certain videos that'll be able to come out and then certain videos won't be able to come out. You get what I'm saying? They know what the fuck that they be doing to me. You feel me? They know. But it's almost like because I'm in a bad situation. I'm gonna tell you why I'm not gonna start going over all that shit right now. Because even though I'm dealing with this, I'm smart as shit, right? I'm gonna tell you why. I want to even get on that bus, but I can't even make it right now. I just don't have the energy for it. I gotta wait for the next ones. Like, but the reason why I'm not doing that, I'm not gonna tell y'all, is because I know it's too much attacks and too much demons on me. I mean, not on me, around me within the situation for me to try to break that down to y'all. Like I'm going through too much mental health attacks off of just this situation. Always outside and stuff, dealing with the cold, dealing with the job stuff, the racism with that, them trying to fire me not having a job for long, not due to my fault, acting like I'm not homeless if I don't even have a shirt for the job and shit like that. I'm just one place where I will get out here, you won't hear what I said. You get what I'm saying? That happens like a lot, you know? That happens a lot. But I'm about to just relax real quick and just gather my energy because it's just too much that I've dealt with earlier today. You know, I'm gonna explain it. If y'all was on the live earlier, y'all seen it, and y'all seen what I was talking about and how I was breaking it down. But long story short, a goddess that was on a bus, she tried to attack me. I'm gonna break it down again, like deep in detail how I did with the video that got erased. But she basically tried to attack me as if like I was coming from out Union Station, you know, or that was gonna be her initiative, whether she was gonna attack me or not, about me not getting on the bus, not having the money for the bus. You know? A black lady, a goddess, and then when she saw that that I did that when I answered her question, because she asked me, were you coming from the train? And I was like no. And when I asked the question, because she was being ignorant from a standpoint like, oh, I'm coming from out DC, and she was being ignorant, you know. And if I would have been like, yeah, she would have pressed the issue, and I explained all that from different angles and shit, and what she was doing and how she even switched it up. Even more so after I complimented her after that, and then as I was getting off the bus, because I realized I was on the wrong bus, I explained it all. But I'm not going to explain it all now because my mental is too fucked up right now with the attack that I'm feeling off of just the pressure of them trying to stop my videos from getting out. It's just something about that really pisses me off, y'all. Because it's like they're using my situation against me. You know what I mean? Because it's just like sometimes like I'd be like, fuck this shit, and I don't want to talk to y'all. And I told y'all one day it might get on that level, but right now it's like I need to vent. I don't know. I might hurt somebody. You know what I mean? Because there's too much shit that's happening to me. Like I almost stabbed somebody yesterday, y'all. You know? Right after I got done with my interview, and my interview went good and stuff, and I come back and I see somebody that I dropped or whatever that I seen multiple days after that situation, but all of a sudden they want to be on some negative shit, you know. And this is the thing. Like I hate when people put you in a situation where it's like they put you in a situation where it's like let me say this. Like if you got beef with me, you got beef with me. I don't got beef with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't like me, that don't mean that I got beef with you. Or even if I don't like you, you know. But you know that this person, you know, I already know he felt like he didn't get the best of the fight. You know, because I dropped him in front of my younger brother and shit. You feel me? Straight dropped his shit. You know what I'm saying? But it was like I wasn't even trying to do that. You know. And it's funny because how you trying to act tough in public. All the people, like, let me show y'all how I'm a real person, right? And I don't believe in violence, especially towards my brother and stuff, unless like if really necessary, right? So let me tell y'all something. Like all that him trying to act tough and stuff in front of everybody. Like if I was on some shit, I would have been like, bro, why you woofing in front of everybody like I didn't just drop your little shit? You get what I'm saying? And had your whole mouth split open, bro. You know what I'm saying? So why are you trying to, you know what I'm saying? All this you trying to act tough. You trying to provoke me to fight you when I just whipped your ass for real, and I didn't even want to do that, and I'm not even calling it out. Like I could have really since he was trying to make me seem like I was a bitch in public, I could have really said that in public. Like bro, I already punished you for real, like you know. But like I'm bigger than that, and it's like I don't got time for that, you know. But I'm on a bus and he trying to act tough. I'm like, bro, even more so. I already put hands on you and I didn't want to, bro. You Lord, do you know, bro? You about to get the moment you step in this facility, this rusty shank. I got a rusty shank too. It's about to go all in your head, bro. All in your head, all in your neck. You get what I'm saying? A rusty Jones here. You feel me? Stop playing with me, like, you know. And it's like. And it's like I don't got time to be fighting, you know what I mean? I really don't. And it's like niggas be playing with me, trying to make me crash out because of my, like whether they know or not, it's because of my purpose. And it's what I'm supposed to do in my life. That's why these demons be going through people attacking me every single day, and I be fighting them constantly, and I be having to like charge up my energy and shit, y'all. You get what I'm saying? Like the day ain't even start yet, and I'm talking to y'all. That happened with the goddess on the bus. You know what I'm saying? And then oh, and then not even after that. So. Well, I'm gonna break it down, but I didn't even get. It's so crazy. I didn't even get to the second story that happened right after that. I didn't even get to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to try to meet my mom right now, but it's like the attack started as soon as I'm waking up. This shit don't never stop. Like I'm always at war. You know, so cortisol is always being released from my brain. I'm always in fight, flight, or freeze. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna be tired. I'm gonna be happy when all this shit is over, and it's like I don't have to deal with these type of levels of attacks no more, or these infringed ways. But right after that shit happened with the goddess on the bus, I'm gonna break all that down as soon as I get in this college. But another guy, I thought that it was the right bus, and I asked him, and then he had like the same energy, like. But I'm gonna tell y'all what the energy is, and especially in this area, like all the shit that I spoke about was to happen is happening, right? And I said all of this way before, right? So a lot of people that have certain ways to view me, however, off of a financial situation, not even knowing what they're living in though, right? Not even really being aware, right? But motherfuckers got that's what be so crazy to me. It'd be like motherfuckers be having opinions, but don't even be having a full awareness of everything with them having their opinion. You feel me? And that's what be so crazy as shit to me, you know. But it's like, yeah, you know, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, damn, this situation with the goddess just happened, and then I'm gonna get into this with this God, him acting crazy on the bus. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, look, I know y'all trying to make me crash out. And I'm gonna tell you, I haven't had so many small situations come about to try to provoke me or trigger me into being reactive, right? Or moving fast ever in my life in a short period of time since my baby mother has to take this DNA test. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, them entities that's attached to that woman, I'm so happy I got away from her. And even with me being away from her, us having a child, just me to bring justice and getting back in his life, it's like these attacks. It's like almost like them demons got mad, like, damn, he made it. He made it. He made it to make sure the judges see her for who she is, to get back in his kid's life. DNA test, he made it. So it's like they attacking to make me crash out. So even that come back, like I still can't see my child. I just feel like all of this is just an attack on him. It's an attack on me. It is spiritual warfare and my purpose, but all of this shit is really an attack on him. Because if in any of these situations, if I crash out or I don't make it, I already been alienated from my child for almost 6 years. You know what I'm saying? I really won't see my child, because if I really lash out in any of these situations, it's gonna be like I'm gonna be gone for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like with my level of anger, like even just yesterday, if I would have stabbed him, that shit would have been all on video on a bus though. Like this nigga came out his way to be aggressive towards me. You know what I'm saying? I moved back, but he already was in my personal space for real, for real. That's enough for me to react. And I literally don't even let people do that. You get what I'm saying? But I just know even more so the fact that I already whooped his ass. Like I know, like I'm not on no fighting type of time. You know what I mean? So I know, like if I black out with him again, I'm gonna kill him. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure if that does happen and I do take his little shit, you feel me? I want to make sure that shit is all on video where people know, like I tried to avoid that shit as much as fucking possible. This nigga kept fucking with me till I had to take his life. You get what I'm saying? That's why even how I was acting on that bus, I was like, let all this shit be on video. Like I was just waiting for him to touch me, or even attempt to touch me, and then it was a wrap. It was a wrap. Like I was moving in a way already for it to be all on video, because I'm not playing with niggas. Like I'm not on no fighting type of time. I don't got time to be fighting nobody. I'm not bothering nobody. So if you're going out your way to bother me, I just feel like I need to end you, because at that point it ain't even about you messing with me. You an energy that needs to leave the planet, and I'm gonna be the one to take you out. You feel me? Like real shit. Like, he saw my hand in my pocket, and he backed up. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm not playing, bro. I'm about to kill you. Like, Lord, you know. Getting stabbed with a rusty shank ain't something to be proud of. You know what I mean? Getting stabbed with a rusty shank is different than normally getting stabbed. You get what I'm saying? For real, for real. And I'm gonna just say this: my reaction time is fast as hell. With everything, my reaction time is fast as hell, y'all. Like I move fast. When I go in a moment, like I'm about to bite you, however I'm gonna bite you, it's fast. That's why it's like I don't really be tripping or feeling fear, because I've been in too much of these situations my entire life. Even situations that I feel like I didn't get the best of, people will still tell you how that situation went. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm far from dumb. I know a lot of people think just because like I don't, because it's like I'm gonna speak on what I need you to know, or what I need you to know, just enough for you to think that you know everything. You feel me? And then you're gonna get the shock of your life. Like I'm far from dumb. So, I really say this to say, like, y'all, a lot of y'all people out there, y'all really need to like leave me the fuck alone for real, because I'm not after y'all. I got no initiative to try to be hurting random people or none of that shit. I'm minding my business, trying to protect my energy. You see all this rushing around me and stuff. I'm counterattacking that, alchemizing that. I'm not tapping into that. To me, that's like worry energy, like rushing, worry. I gotta get there in time. Like that's all that's around me constantly, while I'm being abused and these people living off me, while I'm being attacked by my own species also. Like while I'm dealing with my own trauma from being like all of this, like it's so much happening at one time, y'all. So it's like I'm just trying my best not to crash out. And anytime given randomly, I just need to chill. I'm supposed to meet my mom right now real quick, but I came here, all that happened, this rising, I said I can't even explain to y'all all of it, how it happened, but right now I'm just gonna chill real quick, because because of the damage that I have that's been done to me, I don't care how strong I am, my mental goes in like I don't know if it's like overdrive, I don't know, but it just goes in this mode where it's like yeah, like I just don't, and it's randomly, it's random, and it's just like I just need to be away from people, you know, because yeah, it's just not good. People be fucking with me, you know what I mean? And it's just so sad. It's all some spiritual warfare, y'all, because all of this is around financial. You know what I'm saying? All the people that's attacking me, if I just had a car, I wouldn't even see these motherfuckers on the regular. That situation that I almost stabbed yo yesterday, that shit, I wouldn't even have ran into him. I won't even be at some of these places. You know what I'm saying? Ever. You know? I say all the time, like, these people are riding buses by choice. You get what I'm saying? They're parking their cars in garages and getting on the bus, being annoyed seeing me. I'm on these buses because I don't have a car. You know what I'm saying? like like for real. Like, I'm not. I know my mental state and what I'm dealing with. So why would I try to be around more people? You know what I'm saying? That don't even make sense. You know, like, for real. Like, I'm really just trying to just keep my mental and I'm trying to keep my sanity because, excuse me, but I told y'all I'm in love for real. You know, there's only one woman I love this girl to death, and she knows who she is too. You know, she knows who she is. You know, I definitely made her know. I made her know in front of everybody too. She knows who she is. But I'm going through so much right now. It's like I got to get this in order. I can't come at her with this. You know what I mean? It's not even about even her accepting me in that way, but even for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a self-perseverance like type person. Like, I don't like not feeling and looking like myself. You know? And I know that kind of goes against everything what I be talking about. People be like, "What you mean? Like, you're a superficial, materialistic nigga?" You know? No, I'm not, but I am. Like, I like nice things. You know? And 3D wise, I like nice things or whatever. I like to dress nice, but I like to look nice, I like to smell good, I like to look good. You know, and I usually always do. You know, but this situation has brung like a lot of stuff for me to be seen how I'm not seen. Where it's like, I know this shit was like a humiliation ritual for a fact. It's not even a question, y'all. It's not even a question. You know? Because y'all gotta think about it. I'm being seen in like all these worst states around people that got the most money, but people that don't know me from a can of paint. But people are still gonna judge you just for that moment. You get what I'm saying? So people don't care what you have, where you going. You know, like, literally, but you could have a fucking $1 million deal on the table. You feel me? Real shit, y'all. But somebody see you with bags, they just like, that person homeless. You know? That's all it is. You know what I mean? So that's in the way how people. It's like everything about this system. You know what I mean? Is trying to disrupt your conscience. One of the main things that I talk about all the time is you hear that right now, these sirens. Think about how much times you hear the sirens in one day. You don't even know what that's doing to your brain. And then how they play with it, with the sounds. And y'all know it's like many different sounds. Like, you see how that one switched? You see how it was the other sound and then switched to that one? All that, right? They're giving you tinnitus. That's giving your brain tinnitus over time. You get what I'm saying? And you remember how before they would be like, that was only in the hood and stuff? But you'd be like, damn, why are these sirens in suburban areas, right? Why are they in suburban? With all that shit, you see how he switched it up? All that shit, that's playing with your brain. And they're hurting your brain, giving your brain tinnitus over time. And I noticed, you think I'm lying, look that shit up. Look what that is, you feel me? And they all know. It's crazy because when I was in Hagerstown, right, and when the ambulance used to do that, right, I would look at them, you know, and they knew, because I would have my genetics book with me and shit. They knew, like, I knew what the fuck that shit was doing, you know? But think about it, like, they're legally able to do that, though. You know, just like a lot of the other stuff. A lot of the ways in which we're attacked the most, y'all, they're legally, like, getting away with it. They're not spiritually getting away with it because they're facing karma now. This whole shit is shut down. But it's like they've been legally getting away with killing us slowly, basically, you know, in many different ways that you wouldn't even think about that harm could be in any shape, way, or form associated with whatever. And it is towards you, you know, like, it's just that all of us that are seeing it now, it's like we're being looked at like we're crazy because other people can't see it. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's crazy, y'all. But like I said, I'm a very strong person. I know that I'm in hell. You know, so I don't make this shit seem any different. But at the end of the day, Everything that I'm doing right now is for myself, but I just want to be with my Brit Brit. Real bro. Fuck all y'all. Me and my Brit Brit. Me and my Brit Brit on one. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all don't got nothing on the energy me and my Brit Brit got together. When the Brit Brit come together, we don't even gotta talk. You feel me? That energy be on some like Super Saiyan type energy or some shit like, and it's like a charge that everybody feels, you know, and nobody can avoid it. It's like that type of shit, you know. I knew instantly when I met her. I said, "Oh, I know who she is." I said, "Oh, I found her." I knew instantly, and she didn't know nothing about me. I ain't know nothing about me fighting my baby mother or running with my child. None of that. But I knew everything because I pay attention. I read energy well. So I said, finally, you know, a woman with some sense, you know. She might be a little bit rough, but maybe she got some sense. You feel me? We gonna make shit sweet, you know. Cause I know like I'm hard headed, y'all. I know I am, but I have a good heart. You get what I'm saying? Even everybody that betrayed me, everybody that did me wrong, everybody that I thought that I could be safe around, right? That turned out to be the total opposite. And through all the attacks, everything, like I'm still here, you know. I'm still here. I still managed to alchemize all this energy, y'all. You know? So I'm about to tap in with y'all in a little bit. Mainly this just what do you call it, to let y'all know I'm still alive, I'm still here, still making it to the next day. You know, shout out to this is how real I am with it. Shout out the recent earthquakes, shout out the recent floods, shout out all the weather anomalies that's on the planet, that's happening outside the states, other countries, right? And that's on the way even more so here. Like just like how I was telling y'all how we was getting M class, X class flares, all of that, and in 2021, 2022. That's why it's crazy that people are acting crazy now that we getting them right now. I'm like, y'all act like we wasn't just getting them for a while. But the only difference is, that's why I tell y'all, radiation over time, what it does to cells. It wasn't a big deal then because it was still fresh. You get what I'm saying? A little bit more days, a little bit more time needed to go by. Them cells needed to deteriorate a little bit more. You know, a little bit more residual effects needed to show a little bit more. You know, the complications, right? So that needed to happen. So now as these M class flares is hitting these X class flares, you see what it's doing. You seeing how it's showing up. You know, from a planet standpoint and from a cellular standpoint, anatomically. You feel me? Biologically, like you see what the fuck is happening. You know, because I've been telling y'all it's not a game. I've been telling y'all it's not a game. I've been telling y'all it's serious. You know, but I know that y'all are more hard-headed towards the truth when it comes towards hearing it or however so it's shown to y'all. I already know that because y'all really in fear off of not knowing anything different and how long y'all been connected to your way of life, thinking everything that we're doing every day, this is what you're supposed to be doing, like this is your reason for living, and it's not. You know, not only is it not, it's going against the natural way of life in every way. You feel me? So yeah, man, peace, power, abundance to y'all. You know, all I got to say is, you know, this is a Rear Points with RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. You already know what the fuck it is, man. Shout out to guys and goddesses, non high vibrational hearing beings. You feel me? I'm on the front line, speaking for children. I'm standing by myself. I might die alone for all I know. I don't know. But if I do, it is what it is, you know? It'll be an honor to die alone standing It's an honor. It would be an honor to die standing for truth. I'd rather die, even if I'm the only one able to see something how it is, than die with like a lie and not knowing what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy to me. Like a lot of these people are gonna die thinking like that this was life. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of their genetic makeup, even if they organic, right? We know if you unnatural, you already dead for real. But even if you organic, like you know, so like I'm just grateful that whatever going forward, I was able to see this shit. I was able to I was able to see this shit for really what it was, and then not only see it for what it was, but I was able to move in power amongst this shit, even by myself, amongst all the attacks, people trying to laugh at me, people trying to make me feel inadequate, people try to kill my spirit. I was still able to move in a authenticity type of manner, authentic manner, you know, in my own special way of me being me, along with the truth, giving it out. You feel me? Y'all wasn't able to stop me. And actually, the more y'all started attacking me, that started helping me to see everything even clearer how it was. From the stuff with the mother of my child, and then all of this stuff that's past 3D stuff, or 3D stuff. You know what I'm saying? All of it, you know? Because, like I did the opposite. Remember I told y'all, people don't attack for no reason. You know what I'm saying? People don't attack. Like I realized that the reason why whenever I come in a room, all of a sudden I hear coughs and shit is because my spirit is so strong. You get what I'm saying? People feel my aura, my biofield. It's like they can sense it. They can feel my spiritual ranking. You get what I'm saying? That's why it be fucking them up. And if they got a lot of stuff they need to work on, or they haven't that much more so even worked on certain levels of insecurity themselves, oh yeah, I'm really gonna offend them just by being in their presence. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that about my energy, you know, and I realized that about my energy off of going within and seeing that with other people's energy. The same thing happening to me, the same thing happening with other people. You know, like it's a real thing. So, you know, like when I went in my job last night, like as soon as I come in, white lady looks at me, does the cough thing, you know. But that's another live for another video, because I do want to talk about that and get y'all opinion on that. Like why do people cough when they feel offended? You know, what makes them, out of all things, what makes people cough when they, like, I want to get down to the scientific of it. I swear it has to be something, because it's just something, that's just one main thing. The spitting is here and there, but the touching the nose and then the coughing, those are like the two main things that people do when they're offended. You know, like ironically, I don't know why, but it's just like, you know, it's crazy. So y'all know I value and respect y'all. I survived another day like I always do. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't gonna break me down. This is my planet. I know this might sound fucked up, but I'm just being real with y'all. My human beings, y'all gotta spare me, but I'm moving away off of me knowing the cognitive dissonance that y'all are giving out off of the truth coming out, right? I'm moving away, y'all, where I'm moving away where like I act like it's like I don't care how much of them are around me. I'm moving away where it's like I act like unnatural people don't even exist. You get what I'm saying? Because I know that they're so happy living off of me or not knowing at all. So I just act like they don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that they're not real and I know they're already going away. So I just act like they don't exist. That's what helps me deal with them. Like literally, like they all be around me and I just feel like I'm completely by myself. That's because I know that that's the energy that they're gonna give off until they're not here. So I just give off that same energy to them. I don't become like, why be combative with something that is already dead, that's on its way out, that's already did its bidding, that's not gonna admit the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just need to I don't care if they're literally around me in physical form, like they're not around me, you know? I just gotta just block them out, like they don't even exist. So that's how I deal with y'all, you know? I got my ways of cognitive dissonance also because of y'all level of avoided energy, you feel me? Like to deal with y'all and not crash out on y'all, you know, the last of y'all being here, you know? With all the games that y'all playing on any level of consciousness, you know what I mean? Y'all able to tap into, you feel me? Real shit. I'm already past the shit. So that's where I am with it, y'all. Respectfully saying too, you get what I'm saying? Cause I like I told y'all, it's almost like it almost goes down to like what Pac said and shit. Like, would you rather be would you rather be would you rather be at war with yourself and peace with the world, or peace with yourself and at war with the world? I'm like, I think I'd rather be at war with the world. You know, fuck that. You know, but I said that to myself like a long ass time ago. So I'll make sure that this next one come in. Hold up. I got some time, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all. I don't know. Like, like I said, I value y'all. Um, but this shit gotta hurry up, though, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm so ready for this shit to hurry up. Cause it's like we've been through way too much, you know. And I don't know what's worse, what we've been through, or how much people are still trying to hold on to your lie. You get what I'm saying? I don't know which one's worse. You know, they're both bad though. They're both bad. But like I said, them holding on to your lie, it's gonna hurt them more towards the end. You know. But y'all know people been like a certain people have had that mindset towards whatever fits the category of truth for a long time. When it came to like, oh, I'm just gonna worry about the problem once it finally hits to a point where I don't have a choice and I got to deal with it. That's when I'm gonna deal with it. A lot of people had that mind state towards like a lot of stuff, and it's sad, but it's a reality. A lot of people are dead right now over these weather anomalies that's happened over the past 3-5 years, right? A lot of people that's dead didn't have to be dead, you know? Think about all the people that got on the planes that's died in the past 3 years. I guarantee you all of those people didn't think that those planes were gonna crash, you know? But if they were aware of what's happening on their planet, maybe they might not have got on those planes and they would still be here right now, but their lack of awareness caused them to perish, you know? No disrespect to them people, but I'm just saying. And it's the same with any other people of any of these next planes that crash. It's like, you taking that chance, you want to be stupid, you win stupid prizes, you know? That's why I'm glad that I'm not just glad that I have my own mind, but I'm glad that I have the strength to even go with my own mind, right? Because a lot of people have their own thoughts, but they don't run with those thoughts. Like they'll have their, like, everybody will be thinking like this, and one person will, and they'll have this thoughts to go like this or not do this, right? But even if they thinking about to do opposite, right? Hold up, y'all. Everything is like a fucking rush, man. You try to rush in the cold and shit. Fight it free. It's like the bus is trying to leave you and shit. Hold up, y'all. I know this nigga's gonna try to leave me there. How get out of here. All right.
Monument Drive Transit Center, Bay Ridge.
I ain't killed myself. I ain't maxed out. It's all good. I made it through another day. You know? That's all it's about. I tell people all the time, as long as you make it to your next day, you are.
Fairfax Government Center.
Yesterday that didn't have a lot of meaning. Today that means everything. You know? You neuromelanated, it means everything. You know? Just think about where we going, y'all. We not gonna be abused no more, you know? People ain't gonna be living off of us no more. We're not gonna have to be a slave on our own planet. You get what I'm saying? It's like a lot of us, we've been abused so bad. Me myself, right? I'm not exempt. Like, it's like sometimes it's like we damn near can't even figure out what that feels like. You know? People got us so much, and anything that's a form of us loving on ourselves, they got us insecure about it. You feel me? They got us insecure about it. So I'm gonna tell y'all what was happening since I'm in a more comfortable state to talk about it now. I'm gonna explain it all over again. So earlier, well, first I'm gonna say this. Like, I got a hemorrhoid, right? I know I got a hemorrhoid from like walking in boots all the time and like sleeping on concrete, like sleeping outside and stuff, right? And maybe certain foods and stuff, even health-wise, that I might not be able to get because of my situation. You know, for real. So, all right, it's the 670. You know how they have buses and stuff, y'all? How they go different times and stuff. I mean, they go separate ways, like the same number bus. And the Horizon, it's a bus that goes like towards like Franconia, but it goes close to the spot. Well, it goes in the same spot of the other number bus. That's the same number. But I'll be getting them confused because they're both the same number. You know what I mean? And they grew up to the same spot. So, you know, I should have asked, but like I'm explaining again. You know, regardless of me being as smart as I am, me being as strong as I am, my brain goes in like block modes where it's like, because y'all got to realize, me being in poverty and homelessness, my brain is releasing cortisol repeatedly, right? Repeatedly in a short period of time too, like over and over. So my brain is getting clogged all the time by just the situation that I'm in and the trauma that I already have. Like, I'm like constantly in fight, flight, or freeze. You get what I'm saying? So even though like a person be like, you should know that, or let you be around the buses, this is why like I can say like I forget, you know, along with other stuff like in that same boat. Like something like minute that like I should remember, but I'll forget like randomly, even if I remember it these other times, just because of how damaged my brain is from the situation that I'm dealing with, the abuse, and then the abuse off of the narcissist that I escaped, and being alienated from my child also, right? You know, so like literally I get on the bus and the goddess, a goddess, right? I just, like how I get on the bus in general, I just get on the bus and I walk on the bus. She stops me, you know what I mean? But how she stopped me was like the Kirk, basically, you know, like, but it's not like I didn't acknowledge her though. I acknowledged her, I didn't just ignore her or anything, I acknowledged her, you know, but in a way like, you know, like I'm acknowledging, but I don't have no money, you know, but I need this ride, you know, it's not coming out of your check, please don't make it a big deal. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to disrespect you and trying to finesse anything, you know? Right? So, literally, her energy was completely off. I just came from irony. I don't even come from that beltway for real. You feel me? I don't even come from, I didn't just get off the train. But if I did, I would have just came from Baltimore, Pennsylvania station. I would have just came from out west, you know, we just got off the MARC train and shit, but like it wasn't that type of time right now. So literally I was already out here, so I told her no. But she said like she asked me like in a way if I did just come from Union Station or I just came from out DC or something that she was gonna do it extra. You feel me? Thinking like I don't know how I work out here in the Commonwealth and shit, and I already did. You feel me? So so she felt bad because she knew she was wrong. You feel me? So she tried to switch it up. Cause she just knew I was gonna say I came from out the Well, I was like, nah, I didn't or whatever, and I was calm and composed. Like I didn't match her energy. You feel me? She switched it up, almost like she felt bad. To your point that she even gave me a free thing to ride, like a free ride, you know, for like a free ride, and I was like, you know, I appreciate that, da da da. You know, it was all love, whatever. I complimented her. I complimented her on her hair. I complimented her. I mean, not on her hair. I did. I complimented her on her hair and her makeup. You know, because it was like all colorful and stuff, and it was beautiful. It was nice. She had it not too much or nothing. It was like it was on point. So
Cavalier Landing Court.
I literally, so now she gives me this little free bus thing, whatever. You know, to make up for the energy she started to give me. And it was almost like she even gave the card in a way where it was like, oh shit, you know, it's a Virginia black man. You know, once I let her know, I was like, nah, actually, I didn't just come from the train. She got nervous, like as if like, you know, now I can get you in trouble because as if like I'm an Uncle Tom type of black man, and I'm gonna make it seem like a problem because that's how everyone is out here in the Commonwealth of Northern Virginia, right? So it was like she switched up and it was like, you know, let me fix this any way possible and even give you a free one and not make it seem like what I was about to give you. So literally, but she knew the energy she was giving me. So I complimented her and I go to sit down. Right? I complimented her makeup, everything, go to sit down. I realized as the bus was leaving, I was on the wrong bus, y'all. Now, once I realized I was on the wrong bus, I kind of stood up and I started walking to her front to let her know, you know, I was on the wrong bus. She already kind of, you know, could tell I wanted to get off. I was still at the metro. We didn't go all the way out yet or whatever. So she literally opened the doors. Now, in the time that it took me to walk to get my gloves and my water, which was a very, very short. My stuff wasn't even all the way to the back. But as I started turning around to walk towards my stuff, regular pace, not slow or anything like that. She literally, like as soon as I turned, like actually before I even turned all the way, before I turned and walked, but like, all in like the same motion for real. I was like, you know, that means that I got on my only reason for getting on this bus was to get some of that goddess energy, you know, that mother of all life energy, you know, giving her positive energy still, you know what I'm saying? And when I did that, she what do you call it? She like me off and was like, I got somewhere to go, sir. I got somewhere to go. Like, da da da. Like I'm like literally in my mind, I almost said like, damn, bitch, get my fucking shit. You feel me? Like I was about to max on her ass because it was like, I always tell y'all how it's like we act towards each other when we're in these positions of occupation of authority to not make other unnatural people mad. You get what I'm saying? It'll be something that's like there was no problem in that, but how an unnatural person can say anything and try to make it seem like it's a problem, we go out our way to disrespect each other for their convenience. You get what I'm saying? Like it wasn't even a problem. I could see like if I got to my stuff and I really was moving slow or something like that, it wasn't none of those type of situations. You know, like I literally just turned around and it was like literally like 3 seconds away from grabbing my stuff. You know, I wasn't holding up nothing. You know what I mean? And when she came to a stop, it was like at a yield where she really had to like slow down anyway. Like it wasn't that type of situation. But she said that because she felt offended by me respecting her and her divinity, and in front of other unnatural people. You get what I'm saying? So that made her. I'm passing by my baby right now. Like so that made her act like that. You feel me? That made her act like that because she was like. And I'm saying this off of not even just that situation, but black women that it's like they get uncomfortable. They're so not knowing who they are for from a collective majority standpoint is when you're a black man and you acknowledge them for who they are, and it be in front of like all unnatural people, instantly you're gonna see how powerful that black woman is, or if she's weak. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna say not in her power. You're gonna see one or the other, because she's in her power. She's probably gonna respond and be like, you're all so key. Put a fist up or smile instantly, right? All of that. But if she's like a woman that is controlled by society, and that don't have a difference to do without a job or not, because there's black women that fit both sides, that have jobs and stuff, you know, and the same occupations too, you know. But either she's gonna do that, or she's gonna do your opposite, and she's gonna either ignore you, start walking faster away from you. Like she's gonna do something that if she's in upper authority, she's gonna act like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like she's gonna be offended by you respecting her as a black woman for her natural state off of what's been taken away from her. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I respected her like that, being a mother of life in front of everybody, that made her act the way she did, made her act the way she acted. It made her say that. Act like I was rushing. Acting like I was going too slow when I wasn't. You feel me? Trying to play mind games with me, knowing damn well like I wasn't moving slow at all or anything. You know, because it was just what I said. So y'all gotta watch out for that shit with us. You know what I mean? Like that's a real thing. So right after that situation happened, right? I didn't even get reactive. I literally ignored the shit out of her when she acted like that. Because I knew why she was doing it too. I didn't even play into that shit. But if I was ignorant, I would have took extra longer, you know what I'm saying, to get off the bus. But I just went in my same normal speed, which was the average speed of a person getting their stuff and getting off the bus. You know, I don't play into people's energy like that. You know, I didn't even need to tell her I know why she was doing that. The universe seen her. And this shit shut down anyway. They only got a little bit longer to be doing that type of shit, you know? As far as us, like towards each other, we don't got that much longer to be acting like that towards each other. It's that time running out. So, yeah, what it is. Now I'm just talking just real life stuff real quick. So yeah, y'all, after that situation happened, so then, so this time I'm like, you know, it's like I snapped back in like my reality, regardless of the trauma and the cortisol being released in my brain. I'm like, oh shit, I should have asked, you know? I know these Jones be switching up. So there's another 670 or 671 or whatever. I asked the guy. This nigga gets so irritated, like he's just so, at this point, I know the energy that's hitting everybody's brain, even though they're still trying to make it seem like they're happy being a happy slave. They're happy being a good slave, you know? They don't need to tell me. I know the parts, intricate parts of their bodies, of their brain, their anatomy that's being hit, that's causing them to think about other stuff, whether they're actually speaking that out loudly or not. I know all of this is happening to everybody from an anatomically standpoint, from a biological, genetic standpoint. So it's like, I told everybody this though. I told y'all, I said, on both sides, regardless of your genetic makeup, it's gonna get harder and harder to be a good slave. It's gonna start to feel more and more worse every day. It's like you're gonna start to realize more and more you shouldn't be doing this, and it's gonna start to be so draining. It's gonna almost be like you're not even gonna be able to do it no more. You know, and you're starting to see a lot of us feel like that more, because more information, like I said, the information isn't stopping coming out. You know, so you're seeing more of us being aware, and as more of us being aware, more of us are having courage to not give a fuck, to be in our power, to speak about these things, to have respect on each other. Like don't get it twisted just because we acting like that. There's some of us that's not loving on each other right in front of their ass, regardless of however the fuck they feel. You know. Like I meet them all. I meet our brothers and sisters all the time. We be having a whole conversation. Fuck how they feel, if they get offended or not. We having them conversations, you know. So like I said, it's a choice. It's whether you want to be in fear or you want to respect thyself and know thyself and honor thyself. You know, you're not honoring thyself if you're running away from thyself in any shape, way, or form. That doesn't go hand in hand. So it's like there's no in between. So yeah, I value y'all. Like I said, Mother Nature doing exactly what she needs to be doing. That ozone layer is peeling back more and more. You know?
Judicial Drive and Page Avenue.
The radiation is doing exactly what it needs to do, right? Everything is coming in its natural way of being, like moving, like everything. So yeah, no. When I asked the guy on the bus, it's like he was just so irritated, and I started to ask him like, bro, what's going on? Why are you irritated? But I already read his whole energy too. And so you gotta think about it. Some of these people see me, some of these same faces in the area and probably busting stuff. I see these people, and some of them was laughing at me in different shapes, ways, and forms. Whether directly, whether when I walk by them, their facial expressions, like they would give me all the signs like I was just some crazy ass person. And now I'm seeing all these same people, and now they're just mad as shit and they're bitter when they see me. So it's just like, it's just like it speaks volumes. But it's beautiful though, young. And I'm just grateful that it's happening. I'm gonna just say that. Because it's and at the end of the day, no system should be set up where you got to make a species feel like they're inferior for you to feel superior, or you got to implement new ways every single day. Now, or a species for who they are, they wouldn't need to find anything else that would strengthen them because they're already in their strength. There's nothing holding them back. You hear what I'm saying? Or let me say it like this: there's nothing holding them back, but being presented as if it's not. There's no type of shit like that. So like the dude, he was mad as shit on the bus, and I just told him, I'm like, I literally just said to him, I said peace positive. I said it in a way with my like body language wise, like, bro, I'm not even gonna tap into your negative ass energy, but enjoy the rest of your day, peace, power, abundance. Like with my facial expression and everything, I said to him like that, like, bro, peace your way, man. Enjoy your rising, like, like for real, like you're going through the pain of everything I've been talking about, and letting y'all know what's what. Y'all trying to act like it's not, and being shown more and more every day. But I'm still going through the abuse of this monetary, while still trying to play it, while having to deal with it in a painful way. You know what I'm saying? I know, God, she fat, right? She looked like she was bad for her. God looked over there like, yeah. But like I said, as soon as the sun finishes separating us, this is the thing. This is what all neuromelanated people should be grateful for right now, because y'all got to realize we've been abused so bad that we technically don't even realize we're abused, right? A form of you going against yourself is a form of that, right? That's a form of like realization, like you don't know what's going on, you're confused, right? And that's the state of shock that a lot of us are in. Off of the damage that's been done. That's why they don't even talk about the real effects of like raping and stuff like that. Like this is why they don't tell they would never tell us the real story for how bad it is, what we really went through. And we wasn't just enslaved by the Europeans. We was enslaved by the Asians. We was enslaved by the Arabs here. We was just, what I'm saying? We've been through so much. So you got to think about it like a bad relationship. When a female's in a bad relationship, she can't heal it. But that's basically what's happening, though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just making sure. But that's basically what's happening, though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just making sure that we good in that way. So our son seen everything, and our son don't care about how we feel or any. And our son don't care about how we feel or anybody that can't see what's been done to us. Like all I see is that there's a natural people on this planet that's causing genocide, and that don't even have. Yeah, like I said, they suffocated our planet, y'all. The asphalt and the pavement and stuff. So it's a beautiful time, It's funny how my phone on. Like they be trying to stop this information getting out. I'm about to just balance out my energy real quick. Clear my energy, balance it out. I appreciate it. Balance out my energy real quick. I told y'all, you gotta clear and protect your energy where we at right now, because there's just so much shit going on That's the number one main thing that everybody needs to be doing. You feel me? Around all of these attacks and stuff. I'm not tapping into the extra wild sounds that's unneeded. I'm not tapping into the energy. Like, I have cognitive dissonance too, but towards like ignorance, unnecessary energy, stuff like that. You know, because I know that we in hell. You feel me? But like I said, I survived another day. I'm about to sit down right now and balance out my energy. Get in this heat real quick. They said they not gonna freeze me. Everybody always talks about there's so much people talking about there's so much people talking about what do you call it? There's so much people talking about a second time and stuff, like, oh, you're gonna have to do this over, you're gonna have to do that over. Yo, let me tell y'all something. Once this gets shut down, right, there is no do-over with this shit, y'all. Once our sun finishes separating us, once the system crashes all the way and that radiation increases more and the ozone layer is gone, this shit is not coming back at all, you know? There is going to be no system like this set up again, you know? That's the most beautiful part, because real people that know, we know what this system has done to us, you know? We know. We not questioning it. We not acting like it's not what it is. We know exactly what's been done, you know? For real. So it's like, from a standpoint of that, you know, you got to be grateful when you really think about stuff from that standpoint, you know? Like I said, I damn near feel like I look at everybody like they're evil, because most people, even if you tell them this system, even if they didn't know that it's harming children, even with you telling them that this system is harming children, or children are being hurt while this system is up, they would still want this system to be up, as if like they don't matter. You get what I'm saying? The average person. So what does that tell you about people? You hear what I'm saying? That tells you that, let me break it down to y'all even more. Why do people like this system? What's the good stuff in the system? The stuff that you can get with money, right? Whatever those materialistic, superficial things that you could get, whether that be clothes, cars. For men, it might be, you know, all those things to get you more women, right? All those things are nice and dandy, right? It's tangible, right? It's tangible things. You know, they make you feel good. You know, it's dopamine hits, right? I'm not knocking those things. I like some of those things also, right? But for all of those things to be wanted or even feel like needed while children are coming up missing, and for you to just want that and still want that and not worry about that, that's unacceptable, you know? There's zero tolerance for that. Nothing comes before children, y'all. You know? But in a way, how we've been moving and how we're still moving right now, even as this shit is crashing down every day, it's like children aren't even important, you know? Telling y'all real shit, so, and all that energy is making it speed up. So like I said, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that Mother Nature is taking over now and she's doing her thing, you know, and she's speaking. It's about time, you know? For real. So I know all my neuromelanated beings on the internet, y'all, you know, even if y'all don't study genetics, but y'all see the changes that's taking place on the planet. You know, like I said, I'm not happy for anybody's death, but a lot of the deaths of people recently could have been avoided if they was aware of what was happening on their planet. You know, you can't change your anatomy, but It's a lot of other stuff you can change though. So it's like I said, this shit is beautiful, y'all. This shit is like the greatest thing that happened ever, you know? But it does make me feel, it does hurt me though, it hurts me a lot when I think about how much people are so damaged that they would want to keep something up. And children are coming up missing it constantly, you know? It's just something about that lets me know how unsafe I really should feel around with the people around me, you know? Is anyone that would be okay with children coming up missing and stuff in the system? That says a lot about their brain, y'all. It does. You know? It does. So I'm like, damn, I'm around people that think like this. Even if I don't have a specific relationship with them or anything. Just because I'm there and like I'm walking around these people on a daily basis. And I'm from Baltimore, right? So I'm thinking like, damn, some of the people walking around me are more dangerous than than people that would try to take my life in my city. You know, that's how I'm looking at it. That's like the comparisons I'm making. Cause I'm just like, if y'all want this shit to be up while all of these children are coming up missing, and y'all want this shit still to be up, what the fuck? That's crazy, y'all. So like I said, I'm very grateful that this shit is happening right now. Very grateful. You know, so I'm about to come in here real quick. But I'm very grateful though, yo. This is like a I tell myself every day, just make it to your next day. Just make it to your next day. Just make it to your next day. That's all I tell myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm strong as shit, man. I'm telling you, the most strongest people in the world, we don't even be feeling like we're strong because we're so strong. It's like, levels of being so strong, you don't even got time to feel like you're strong and shit. It's like, I want to say that, like, I hope that this is my Brit watching me, but I just feel like it's my baby mother. You're so gross. I just wish you could just leave me alone. Like, my Brit is watching me, I'm cool. That's what it is, you know? But the mother of my child, like, please stop. Please. I'm saying that respectfully too, you know? I don't want you watching me. And I know you are. I wish you would stop. You know? Or like if you watch me, I'd rather you watch me like when, not really while I'm streaming, like when I'm done and shit. Like I don't want to see you pop up in the way. Like I know it's you. I can feel the energy. You know? Where is she? I swear, my mom is. Women are so complicated, man. See, the thing about, I'm gonna tell y'all what's the biggest problem with women, right? A lot of women, like they always want like the next best thing. Like they can't keep stuff simple. Like even my mom, right? Like we know, like if I meet her, if I say third floor, it's like one place where I go where I meet her. It's like, why would you switch it up? And if you did switch it up, why wouldn't you say anything? Like that's just being complicated for no reason, right? I'm not even about to look for her. I'll just see her when I see her, because that's overcomplicating things for me, you know? I don't like when people make simple shit complicated. I'm Aquarius, you know? I like shit simple. Like, my mom's a Taurus. She's fucking annoying as shit, man. Fucking Taurus women, man. Trying to make shit simple, and it's like, y'all just be making shit complicated for no reason. Simple ass shit, and you can't get it together. Like, just something as simple as that. That's why I feel like I really feel like Tauruses. I feel like y'all do shit on purpose. Because like even my mom, like it's like if you know that you're on this floor, right? You know you're on this floor, and you know that you're not in a place where you normally would be when you're on that floor. Why the fuck are you gonna make me get there for you to like it's? I'm gonna tap in with you. I'm just gonna play some music. I'm about to just start getting ready and shit. I'm getting so irritated. Fuck.